Drizzy T-Money blasting off the map. Mic check one, we igniting the chat. Big thoughts, big laughs, real talk on tap. From the stars to your ears, it's a certified slap. We break limits, no rules, no fear. Dropping gems every week, loud and clear. Vibes interstellar, mind so clever. Tune in once, you'll be hooked forever. This the blast off, where the wisdom collide. Rocket fuel flow, let the convo ride. From the cosmos down to the city stride. Every episode another joyride. Catch the wave, let the banter take flight. Brainstorm sparking through the depths of night. Underdogs talking, put the world in sight. All killer, no filler, just truth in the mic. Zone out, let the speakers combust. In a convo with hosts you can trust. Groundbreaking spins, no fine gold dust. It's a must, turn us up, adjust. This the blast off, where the wisdom collide. Rocket fuel flow, let the convo ride. From the cosmos down to the city stride. Every episode another joyride.
Don't sneeze on me.
Sorry, T-Money.
Get the hell out of here, Drizzy.
Okay. Welcome back to the Don't Sneeze on Me podcast. What up, T-Money?
How's it going, Drizzy?
It's going pretty good. How are you?
Not doing too bad on this Martin Luther King
An
holiday.
okay day, baby. Yeah.
Got to sleep in a little bit. Got to enjoy these not having to go to work since it snowed all day yesterday.
Yeah, it did snow all day, unexpectedly. All day. All day long.
Well, I mean, it is winter, so.
Yeah, I know, but the weather said like nothing, and then all of a sudden
Yeah, it storm switched
there
real
was
quick.
something. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like a crazy storm. It's not like we got like a foot of snow. It wasn't a blizzard, but it was a decent amount. I couldn't go out and do stuff with my kids or anything.
That's true. I mean,
So.
you really were stuck inside.
Yeah.
I don't mind that, though. I mean, like I said, when it's snowing, it kind
Yeah.
of gives me an excuse to be lazy. So.
Yeah, kind of gives you an excuse to like lay around, watch movies, make it just a lazy day.
Everything I didn't do because I was actually productive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like when you become an adult, it's like snow days don't mean anything. It's just, okay, now I have to do stuff that's inside. that
Yeah,
I've been
but then
putting
it's
off.
just like that's the thing. It's like I want to have a snow day too, and then all of a sudden it's today, and I'm like, oh crap, I didn't do anything. I gotta clean the house. It's like one of those, but that's all right.
Yeah, I've actually, I did nap, but then when I woke up from my nap, I was like, all right, I actually got to do stuff now, and
Yeah,
I actually got stuff done. So.
yeah. I didn't sleep in. Kids didn't let me sleep in, but that's okay.
Oof,
They also didn't
yeah.
get me up early, so there is that.
Yeah, I definitely slept in.
Yeah, but man, I want to talk more about like the trip that we are planning coming up, and like it really got me thinking about just like trips and like some of the favorite places I've been like growing up, but also a lot of places I've been in my adult years. And we're talking about potentially going to Cancun, or I know we were talking Antigua, so we'll just have to see. Like we have a few different options for sure, but it really got me thinking about some of my favorite places that I've been and like where I've been growing up, and then in my adult years, some of the places I've been that I've really enjoyed, and how it's inspiring the future places I'd like to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talk
I
about
mean-
travel quite a bit.
I mean, after the holidays, I mean, that's what people look forward to because, now we're into the cold season, so there's nothing really, big coming up. Like before Christmas and it's Thanksgiving and Christmas and even Halloween. It's like 1, 2, 3, and now you jump into like kind of like the dead period where like, okay, I'm ready for it to warm up again. I'm ready to start planning things. I mean,
Mhm.
I remember back when I was in, school. I mean, that's, now all you look forward to was how long before summer break. And what does summer break consist of? Well, going away on vacation. I mean, that's what
I mean,
that's,
not for me, but
well, I mean, vacations, it doesn't have to be going away to like Cancun or something. Like Jersey Shore can be a vacation. I
Mhm.
mean, if you go down there for 3, 4 days, I mean, you're out of your element. You're doing things that you normally wouldn't do. So I mean,
mini
vacations.
trips.
Yeah, I mean, vacations. It depends. It depends how you define it. I mean,
Absolutely, because we've taken, that trip to PA was like
That was a
only a few
vacation?
days, but that was definitely a vacation.
yeah, because you're not. I mean, unfortunately, you and I did both work one day,
Only a
but I mean,
tiny little
a
bit.
little bit, but we did work. I mean, that's the downside of being an adult. Sometimes when you go away on those vacations, you gotta bring your cell phone or
A little bit.
your
Only a tiny
computer.
bit.
But I'm thinking about those vacations where it's like everything stays at home because you're like, I am definitely out of the office. I don't want to even talk to nobody. I don't want to know nobody.
Well, that's going to be our next trip
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
Disconnected.
I will not even. The only reason I would have my cell phone, my work cell phone, not because
I'm
I,
going
w-
to throw it in
I
the
said
ocean.
not because I want to do anything for work, is because it's got free Wi-Fi. Like when I'm walking around, like if we needed like a map, that my
Okay, well that's
phone,
good.
my
Like
phone would be that
international
my phone would be
Wi-Fi or
charging me
whatever.
for. With them, it's just automatic. So that's the only reason I would have
Okay,
it.
all
So
right, fair enough. Fair
that's
enough.
but it wouldn't be for work.
Okay,
It would be to make sure that we didn't
I
get
can
lost in
accept that.
the Cancun,
Wilderness
of the
on four
of the
wheelers.
slums. Yeah, exactly.
Vroom, vroom.
When we go to the cartels and be like, how much for
How
an
much?
oat?
Yeah.
How much for a
Boy.
pound? Can we get that through security?
Just bring my mom along for it.
Exactly,
Come on, Mom.
Exactly.
Anyways, we're going to the rainforest, Cancun.
Yeah, we're going somewhere.
Picking up some brown. Let's do it.
Yeah, all right. Picking up something.
Anywho, let's not talk about our side hobbies.
Losing a kidney, picking up some coke.
Yeah, it'll all be worth it. It'll be worth it in the end, one way or another. No, but I'm pretty stoked about it. But it really got me thinking about when I started traveling as a kid, and I haven't been really anywhere crazy.
Mhm.
I've only been outside of the US once, and it was not like anywhere exotic.
Yeah.
But I really just enjoy going places and getting away and getting in different environments and different experiences and things like that.
So now, this is where you and I differ a little bit. So my parents um, were very fortunate to me and my brother. Like we went away with them. I mean, to very exotic places.
Hmm.
Like, and it was always something. I mean, I think it was only towards when my brother went to college that kind of stopped. Because college is expensive.
Hmm.
But we were fortunate. Like my parents, they like traveling, so that got us into traveling. So airlines and stuff like that never really bothered me even growing up. But I have been to Antigua, I've been to Cancun, I've been to, when I was young in third grade, my parents took us to Hawaii. Like that was like, so we were fortunate to be able to go on those trips, and it was just a lot of fun because, like you said, you're out of your element. You're in a place that you're like, wow, it's totally different here. And everyone's like, oh, I wish I could move here. Yeah, because you're in vacation mode.
And you're at a
Yeah, you're at a
resort,
resort
and
where everything's
everything's
done
nice
for
and
you. Like,
fancy.
it's perfect.
Yes,
That's
this
the
is not the
reason.
real
Yeah,
world.
that's the reason it's like that, is because they want you to be like, this is how it'd be. Yeah, when you go there and you're like, oh shit, I gotta go to the grocery store and I gotta cut the lawn and
Yeah,
blah, blah.
life is
Yeah, it's a little
totally
bit.
different.
It's a little bit different than that. But I mean,
Yes.
you know, being able to experience that, I think, gave me the bug to want to travel more.
Yeah.
I mean, even as an adult, I mean, I remember, the best part about traveling just in general is my first real adult trip where it was like no parents.
Hmm.
Like you go away, and it was during my college years. So I mean, I would talk about that. We went to Ireland, and
Oh, that's fantastic.
I mean, it was part of a school trip, but it was
Hmm.
still a vacation because I'm away with friends.
Hmm.
And I mean, some of the shenanigans that you get into when you're with friends is like way different than you would be if you were with like parents or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, Ireland was just fabulous. I mean, it was, you're old enough to drink,
Yep.
so you're out in a town. You realize that how we drink here in the U.S. and party here in the U.S. is totally different there. Like, we grind. They don't do that.
Hmm.
Like, you have space for the Lord in between you, like kind of like stuff like that. It's like that middle school dancing stuff, but also like they don't treat alcohol like we treat it. Like we abuse it.
Yeah, absolutely.
They respect it and understand it.
It's
And
social. It's more
yeah,
casual.
it's like they
more
don't want
respected.
you don't want to be vomiting in the middle of the street.
No,
But I
no.
mean, also at the same time, it was, bringing some of my parent, like, this is what you should be doing. Like, for some reason, when I'm at home, I sleep in. When I'm on vacation, I'm up early because
Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm not trying to sleep my money away.
Hmm.
Like
You want to be up and enjoying
I want to
it
be.
while the sun's up.
I'll take a nap.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, I'll do something like that, or I'll go to bed early. It's like because I want to get up early and do stuff. It's like because I want to enjoy the day.
Mhm.
So that's really part of it is, it's how you. Like I said, I don't think it's really where you go. It's who's with you and how you and them like balance off of each other.
Hmm. Yeah, when I was 14, we took a family trip to London. My mom had to go for 2 weeks for work,
Nice.
so we tagged along for the second week. My
How old were you?
stepdad, I was 14.
Okay.
My stepdad worked for American Airlines, so
Mm.
tickets were like nothing for us to go. So we flew standby. We got on a flight,
Yeah.
went out for a week, and it was great. Like, um, we spent a lot of time in London, like touring Camden Market, and
Nice.
just like hanging out, and it was really cool to like go to the pubs and things like that. And we were, they were serving us drinks because we were with
Are
our
you? I
parents.
was about to say that. Are you allowed to drink?
Because we were with our
Oh, okay.
parents, they were serving us drinks. I bought cigarettes like while we were
Really?
there. Oh yeah, and that's when I smoked when I was a kid.
Mm.
And yeah, it was just like it was wild, and it was like socially accepted, just everything, and everything was so casual. The food was
That's what I
meh.
was literally just about to ask you that. I've heard that
Yeah.
the English food is very
Yeah, it's
bland.
fine. It's whatever. Like you don't go there for the food, but I mean, it was definitely cool. Like my mom loves London. I'm very much like, okay, I want to go somewhere a bit more exotic than that. Like that's just if I'm going to leave the US, I'd rather
Mhm.
go somewhere
Yeah.
much different. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like, because you see the different cultures. I
Mhm.
mean, like how I said, like, when I went to Ireland with like it was me and my college buddies. I mean, they like I said, we start our night here around like I don't know 9, 10 o'clock. Like they don't really start their night until like 11 to midnight, which is really unusual. Like it's really late start
That's so
just in
late.
general. But
I'm
I
going to
mean,
bed at that time.
they're out until like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mm.
Like, and then they do it again. Like, we went to a couple different towns, and the one town that I will say stuck out to me was a Killarney because you're literally sitting there. We were in a pub. We were in a pub at like 9 o'clock, and like I'm saying to my friends, I'm like, this sucks. I was like, there's nobody here.
This
I'm like,
sucks.
I was like, there's nobody out. I was like, there's nobody our age. I was like, we're in a pub that's like half empty. And I guess the waitress heard us, and she goes, she comes over in a little Irish accent. I'm not even gonna try to do it because I'll embarrass myself. But she's like, "You guys have to wait a little bit." She goes, "Right around like 11:30." She's like, "Those doors are gonna open up." Because it's all college kids, and she goes, they're gonna
Oh,
go down to the
snap.
Red Square." And I was like, "Where the hell's the Red Square?" She's like, "Oh, it's like
What is the Red Square?
She goes, it's like about 500 yards to your left if you walk outside the pub. She goes, it's nightclubs and bars in a big square that's circled
Oh,
by red lights.
the
Red
Red
Square.
Square.
And when I tell you, like 11:15 sharp, when I tell you, like the streets filled with young people, I'm looking out the window with all my friends, and I'm like, we gotta go where they're going. They all look like they were drunk and having fun, and
They were ready.
I made up with some random girl because it was her birthday, and like,
Perfect.
yeah, exactly. I don't give a shit. I mean,
No, why would you?
That's how you get herpes. I mean, like, is it, whatever.
Go for it.
But I mean, we went down there. We went to like we were just pub jumping and then going to these nice nightclubs. And one of the best memories I ever had was with my buddy Nathan. Me and him, we decided to stay out a little bit later than the rest of the group. We were always told, do not go anywhere by yourself.
Mm-hmm. Never.
So the rest of the group left. So me and Nathan were hanging out. I was like, let's go to one more bar. We'll hang out. We'll have a good time. Then we'll head back. He's like, all right. So me and him are just standing in line chatting. But we sound like Americans. And this dude, when I tell you this dude that was like 6'8", built like, he had to be at least 3 something. And he comes up. He's like, hey, you. And like, I kind of looked up. I had to look up at this dude. And I was like, okay. And I was like, hey, what's going on? And he was like, are you from the States? And we're like, yeah. He goes, oh, you're with us. And he grabbed.
What?
When I tell you, he put these gorilla hands on me and my boy Nathan. And my boy Nathan's pretty big.
He adopted you as
yeah, he was a
his own.
weightlifter. He brought us to the front of the line. We drank with Ireland's rugby team the remainder of the night.
That's
and
awesome.
They brought us in. They were like, these two are with us. Smallest out of the entire group. Like we're just like, we look like children in front of these guys.
Oh,
And they immediately walk in, hands us, now very controversial because it's Ireland, hands us 2 Coronas in an Irish bar.
okay. That's strange.
very
That's
strange.
unexpected.
But 2 to each of us.
Oh
And
shit.
so I'm
Double
yeah, I'm
fisting.
double fisting. And when I tell you that these guys literally just turned both bottles upside down and just drank them both as I'm sipping one, and I was like, "Oh, we're in for a long night.
This is
We're in
it.
for a very, very long night." And then my buddy Nathan looks at me. He's like, "Uh-huh," and he's like, "Let's do this."
I was
And
gonna say, how much of that night do you even remember?
I remember some of it.
Minutes.
Now I will say that I made the crucial error of leaving by myself.
Oh no.
Yeah.
T.
I listen.
We don't do
we
that.
got we,
Is this amateur hour?
we got to like 3. I couldn't hold on anymore. I was so tired.
I couldn't hold on.
I
couldn't
just couldn't.
do it.
I couldn't do it. I was
So dramatic.
I was pulling at the strings of life. And
I was grasping.
I can't do it. So I turned to my buddy Nathan. I was like, listen, I know we're not supposed to leave by ourselves. I was like, but you seem like you're having a good time and you want to stay.
Yeah,
I can't hang out anymore, man. I'm exhausted. I need to go back.
that's fair.
He was like, all right, man. He's like, you good? I was like, yeah, I'll figure it out. And so I left, and my sense of direction is horrible. So I went the wrong direction.
Did you get lost?
100%. 150%. Now
Oh,
it's 3 a.m. in the
bad
morning.
news bears.
Walking through the streets of Ireland by myself.
Tisk tisk.
Down streets that I definitely probably shouldn't have been down by myself. And the story that comes to mind is, so I see our hotel, and in between our hotel is the bay, and I'm on the other side. So instead of my drunken self being like, let me walk up the street and see if there's an easier way to cross, I'm gonna go down to the edge of the bay.
You can like swim across?
Nope. I'm gonna go down to the edge of the bay to
no.
this chain-linked bridge that I see connecting to the barge in the middle of the bay.
What is
That
happening?
connects to the other side, and I'm gonna walk across both of those and get right to my hotel.
What is happening?
Yeah, that was a bad idea because that chain-linked bridge
Milk was a bad choice.
was kicking up the waves of the bay to the bottom of my feet, where I could feel the water hitting me as I'm holding on to this chain link fence. I literally could have fallen into the water and no one would have known what happened to me because I would have been swept out the ocean. I would have froze to death because it was winter. And my last thing my boy Nathan would have said is, like, well, he left. So they would have just assumed that I got kidnapped. Unfortunately, I probably would have drowned. And that would have been my life.
Probably would have drowned.
Thankfully, none of that happened. I was able to make it to the barge in the middle that had a giant pile of manure in the bar. Like, when I tell you a giant, like, you remember that's one big pile of shit?
Ugh.
Like, literally that. Like, I was looking up this mountain.
Oh, that's awful.
Walked around it, went to the other side, which, guess what, is another chain link fence or chain link bridge. Walked across that one, got to the other side. Now, my jeans that I was wearing at the time are soaked from my shoes to my knees.
And I can't imagine the water is clean.
That shows how high the water was actually reaching.
Oh my gosh.
To my jeans.
This all sounds like just a bad decision.
It sounds like a made-up story, honest to God, but it's not.
I mean, it just sounds
it's 100% true.
ridiculous.
You can ask any of my
I
college,
believe
any
you.
of my
I'm just
college
like,
roommates.
oh my goodness.
So it gets a little bit better.
Just a wee bit better?
Wee bit better. As I get to the other side and start walking towards my hotel, I see a guy in what looks like a van watching me. And as I'm walking, I'm like, I feel like he's watching me because I feel like this van's going to come up and grab me.
Oh, you're
going to
get trafficked.
Tell you that this motherfucker turned his lights on the second I walked a little bit farther and drove so close to my ass that I literally felt the wind from his van come beside me because he ripped around me. I ran into the hotel like a little bitch.
No, thank you.
Ran up the stairs, got to my front door of my hotel room where my roommate happened to be opening a door at that exact moment.
Oh my gosh,
took
timing.
one look at me and was like, what in the fuck happened to you? And I go, you're not going to believe this. And I told this exact story, and he goes, so you're like making that up, right? And I was like, that is 100% the truth. And I tell you, it lives with me to this day.
Well, all sounds like a bunch of poor choices on your part.
Oh, it was a bunch
You
of poor
know, but you
choices
live and
that,
learn. You definitely never go off on your own on a trip. That's one thing. I just
yeah,
don't do that. I never go off on my own, period. Like, I'm always one of those, I'm like, stay with the group. You stay with
yeah.
the group.
It was a very bad choice because I said to myself, if I would have literally slipped off that bridge, like no one would have known what happened to me. Like I just
Hmm.
would never have shown back up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That would have been
I
it.
might have shown back up weeks later when my body
Nobody would have
washed
even
ashore.
looked for you. That would have
Yeah,
just been it.
it
You
just
know.
it really was sad,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. But,
One of my favorite trips was actually my honeymoon.
ooh, nice.
I love my honeymoon.
Okay.
We went to Myrtle Beach, which doesn't sound all that like fancy, but like for us, it was like it was a great trip. We went there for a week, and it was in September, so it was the off season, so it was only old people, which was
Hmm.
awesome. And our hotel had like its own pool and lazy river and tiki bar. That was the
Nice.
thing. That was the selling point for me when
The
booking
tiki bar.
a hotel was a poolside tiki bar.
Okay.
And I found a hotel that had one, and then we had the beach access and all that too.
Hmm.
And it was just really, it was really fun, and it was super relaxing, and it was beautiful and calm, and um, yeah, I just really loved it. We spent a week there, like I said, and just really enjoyed it, and just, I have fond memories of the place, not the man, but the place was great. But I would like to go back to Myrtle Beach. It's like, it's a simple place. It's not anywhere crazy, but like I just thought it was so nice and laid back.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what you really want is you want something that brings those memories up. Yes, you didn't have the greatest company, but we live and learn.
Yeah. Well, we did we actually went out and we went to like the nightclubs in Myrtle Beach, and it's this weird like big warehouse looking building that has something like four different nightclubs in it, and they're all different like themed nightclubs and stuff. And I just remember we were going from one to the other, just kind of like getting a feel of it, and all the bartenders just thought they were like the hottest
Well,
shit
every
on
bartender
earth.
thinks that.
No, but this is like Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. They have these like cut off shirts and their flabby arms and no muscles. And they just saw, and we're
You're
just like,
describing me right now.
what? I mean, yeah. And then we're just like looking at it, I'm like, the fuck? But it was definitely fun. It was, like I said, very laid back. I still have like a bucket that was like a rum bucket from there
Hmm.
that was just so good. It was like my favorite. Like the drinks were amazing.
I mean, I
Everything
feel
was
like
so
on
good.
vacation, I feel like there's more alcohol in your drinks than like, especially if you're at like an all inclusive kind of,
Mm-hmm.
or if you're on like a cruise.
Well,
I
this
feel like,
wasn't all inclusive,
well,
but like,
I just feel like they liquor you up on purpose.
well, the drinks
Like,
are expensive, so they might as well.
yeah, I mean
They might
they're
as
doing.
well.
I mean, not that I care. Heavy pours are fine with me. Like you want to do a 4 second pour, like go right ahead, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna say
I'm
no
not
to
going to
that.
complain about that.
But I mean, like I feel like that's one of I feel like that's what bartenders are told. When like it's like make sure they're having fun, but not too much fun.
Not
But
too much fun. Want to make sure they keep coming back.
I mean,
I don't know. The rum buckets were just whoo. I love those
now,
things.
was it a rum bucket to yourself, or did you split it?
I think we split one at one point, but we definitely got our own too.
It's a lot of rum.
I mean, yes and no. The bucket's not like a giant bucket. They're like
It's still
this
a lot
big.
of rum.
It was really equivalent to like 2 drinks. It really wasn't
Okay.
much. Yeah, no, it wasn't crazy.
When you said bucket, I'm thinking like one of those like big ass
No,
like
it's
metal
not like
buckets.
no.
Like I'm like, oh, that's a lot of rum. Like,
No, it's a standard rum bucket like they have at the poolside like
I mean, have you
beach
ever
bars
seen
and stuff.
those videos on Instagram where it's like the guy brings out the giant cup and it's like 4 bottles of tequila, like 7 bottles of soda, like
Well, that's just stupid.
20 limes.
I've
like,
seen that. It's just dumb.
it's dumb, but I'm like challenge accepted.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I'll see you in 3 days.
Oh. Well, most of my travel that I've really done was like post-divorce travel, like a lot of trips with Laura. We
Mhm.
had a lot of fun, especially in 2020. We did a lot of trips, which
Yeah.
is great. Like one of our favorite was taking the casino charter trip down to Biloxi, Mississippi.
You described that to me, and
Yeah,
that sounded awesome for the
so
price.
we want to book another charter trip coming up. So we're looking at New Orleans. I think I mentioned. So
Yeah.
that's one of the destinations we're looking at. But Biloxi was so fun. We literally just hung by the pool. We gambled. I won $2,000 on an
Nice.
88-cent bet. So the room was nice. It was, I mean, like all your ground transportation, hotel, flight were all included, $50 a person. Can't beat that. Like, and we made some of our best friends, including this couple, Edith and Carmine. They're in their like late 70s. They're absolutely amazing. They're from New York. And we just really hit it off with them. And they called us their kids. They basically adopted us as their trip. They took us out to dinner, paid for us, like all that.
Oh,
They're like,
wow.
kids don't pay. That's
Can't
what
beat
they
that,
said.
man. Yeah, listen, free food is free food.
But they're seriously like the sweetest people ever. So sweet, in fact, that we like not that much longer after, Laura and I booked a trip to Vegas with
Edith.
with Edith.
Oh, no
but like
way.
not only Edith, we brought my mom, we brought Edith's sister Mimi, and then we brought her daughter Dawn.
Oh,
and
shit.
we all hit it off. It was just a girls trip out to Vegas, and it was so much fun.
You can't
like
beat that.
we had a blast, and we gave Mimi edibles for the first time.
Oh,
and
no.
Mimi, Mimi is retired FBI.
You listen, if you're retired, might as well enjoy it.
And it was hilarious. The whole thing was just hilarious. But we had a wonderful trip and just like a really good girls trip. And it was so cool that we like met just total like happen chance on this like charter trip, and then like ended up booking something like that later on. That was just so memorable.
See, that's cool. I mean, so I've talked about my friend Paul. He's like my best friend. Like him and I, you know, we grew up together. We went from kindergarten all the way through college, and we took like a trip kind of like that, where it's like we made friends. Like, so it was our high school graduation gift trip, I guess it was. Like, it was supposed to be like our parents took us on vacation with each other.
Okay.
As instead of doing like a graduation party, that's what we got. But for some reason, we still had a party. I don't know how that one worked, but I didn't ask. That's why I just went with it.
Enjoy it.
But we went on like a cruise, and it was like him and I, like we were in our own like, you know, room, like, you know, we were sneaking alcohol and stuff like that. But it's like we met a group of people on the cruise that we stayed in contact with because they were from, I think they were from New Jersey. I mean, I don't talk to them anymore. I mean, I know my friend Paul was a little bit closer to them than I was, but you know, like in the clubs with them, like, you know, like when I tell you sneaking alcohol on, like, because it's up to the captain of the drinking age, and he made it 21, so it sucked for us because we were only 18.
Yeah.
So, but when you go to the islands, it's 18.
Yeah.
So one of the funniest stories, and my friend Paul will vouch for this story, is so it was like 95 degrees on one of these islands, and we got bottles of vodka and tequila. But if you go through the security checkpoint, if you have it in their bag, they take it from you because they don't want you drinking unless it's their alcohol. But, and then they'll give it back to you at the end of the trip. So my friend Paul, he goes, listen, I got a sweatshirt in my bag. You put the sweatshirt on, and then put the bottles of alcohol up your sleeves, and then you just walk through security like it's nothing. And I was like, okay, that'll work. It's 95 degrees. Why would I be wearing a sweatshirt? When I tell you, when we got up to the security line, then they stopped the line abruptly. And we're like, you got to wait 10 minutes. They're like a little backed up there. So now I'm wearing the sweatshirt,
sweating
dripping
bullets.
sweat. I mean, face red. My buddy's like, my buddy's Paul. He's like, you good? I'm like, dude, we got like 5 more minutes, man. I'm going to pass the fuck out. And he's like, no, man. He's like, if we get this, we'll have a party in a room with all, like, so the people that we met on this cruise obviously were women. Our age, so yes, we're trying to impress. But for some reason, I'm the one wearing the sweatshirt. When they finally let us through, you had to scan your room
Oh
key.
no.
And when I scanned my room key, the alcoholic bottle made a perfect impression on my forearm. And the security guard looked at me. He looked at my badge, and he looked back at me. Because I was dripping sweat, my face is so red. He just shakes his head and he goes, "Go ahead." And he let me go
You
through.
earned it at that point.
Exactly, because I looked like I was seconds away from death. I was so red and sweating. I ran up to the
Aw.
room, stripped off my clothes, jumped in the shower. My buddy Paul was like 5 minutes behind me, like taking his sweet ass time. He goes, "We're going to have the greatest time of our lives tonight." And I was like, when I tell you it was very, very, very fun because somehow it was Hawaiian night. So you wear Hawaiian shirts. Somehow with Hawaiian night, we said, well, Hawaiians and togas are pretty close, so we're going to go out in togas. And we went out in togas all around the ship. Don't ask. It was very, very fun. But it was like a fun memory because we were drunk. Somehow we got on the main stage and we danced with the band. I remember that. Like, it was like snapshots of the evening. And somehow I ended up with a boa of like I don't know, like it must have been like paper mache that had come down from everybody was throwing it down. When I tell you that when I left the bar because we got kicked out of the bar because we were too young to be there, my buddy Paul goes, "I followed your paper trail from the bar down 5 flights of stairs down the hallway, and there's a big clump in front of our door." He goes, "What the fuck happened?" And I was like, "I don't know, man." I was like, when I woke up the next morning, he's like, "Dude, you can hear them vacuuming out there." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." He goes, "Yo, we got to leave a big tip." And both of us forgot to leave a tip.
Of course you did. Of course you did. That's okay. That's why,
But it was
karma
fun
comes
because
back
it's
on
like you meet people, and like these people happen to be from New Jersey, and like we had a great time with them. Like we hung out afterwards. It was like just stupid stories that I'm sure they tell a different way than I tell it, and my buddy Paul tells it a different way than I tell it. But it was like it's like these types of stories. Like you want to hang out with those people again. But if we could have done another trip with them, I would have done it
Oh
immediately.
yeah, we've hung out with Edith down in Atlantic City so many times because she's a big gambler. She's a craps player, so we'll meet up with them and go out to dinner and things like that. So
Do
it's
they
like
still pay?
these are or we'll go to
Really?
the Seven Stars Club or something like that, a casino where everything's free anyways. But no, they're like absolutely amazing. I wish I could see them more often. It's been a while, but I don't know. One of my favorite trips, so my absolute favorite trips was in 2020 going to Orlando for my birthday.
Oh, you
That
went
was
during COVID?
awesome. Yeah, it was great. 6 feet masked up. It was
Nice.
fantastic. You did have to wear masks like in the park the whole time and everything, but at that point we
Oh,
were
you went to Disney World?
I went to Universal. I
Oh,
just said
okay,
that.
okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't forget.
You had to wear masks the whole time and stuff like that, but it's like at that point, like you were already so used to it, come
Yeah.
November that like nobody cared. But I went with Cooch and I went with her boyfriend at the time. And well, we didn't go there with him. He kind of met us there. Like her and I went together. We got a room and all that. But he met us there. We went out to dinner. He did take me out to a very nice birthday dinner.
Nice.
But on the trip, we figured out that he was married and all this kind of stuff on the
Oh,
side.
shit.
Oh, yeah. It was a whole thing.
Whoa.
We made that whole discovery. So that was a whole thing that happened.
Did that ruin
Did not ruin the trip
okay,
at all.
okay,
Did not. Because Laura's so great about like, fuck that, like kind of shit. But
Did
he
you kick him out?
he wasn't in a room. He
he
stayed
just
separate.
came-
It was
okay,
a whole.
okay.
It was a whole thing. So, but he did take us out to a good cigar lounge. So we enjoyed some great cigars. We had great dinners, things like that. But her and I enjoyed the hell out of Universal. We had so much fun doing the roller coasters and just like spending 2 days at the park. It was so
Was there a lot
great.
of people there? 'Cause it
There was
COVID?
there was still a decent amount of people there. Like it wasn't crazy. We got to go on all the rides that we wanted to and everything.
Yeah.
I can't do 3D rides just because I get so motion sick.
Mm.
But the roller coasters we want to do and stuff like that, we could absolutely do. We got our butter beer. We did all that stuff, and like
Harry Potter,
it
yeah.
was so much fun. But I definitely want to go back to Universal and like do all that again. It was seriously such a blast. But like just getting away and like going somewhere warm. I love Florida too. So anytime I go to Florida, I am just like super freaking happy.
Yeah, my buddy Paul and his wife live in Florida, and like
Yeah.
I go visit them all the time.
Oh, it's
because
great.
it's they live in Pensacola, and it's a Navy town, so it's like it's all
I know. I was
bars
born
and
in Jacksonville,
oh,
so
nice, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
My
So
my other friend lives in Jacksonville, so
hmm
she lives over there. But
yep.
I mean, it's nice. Like I said, I went down there in October, and it was like still swimming weather, like
Yep.
shorts and t-shirt. Like I could get used to that because I mean, I used to love being able to snowboard and ski in New Jersey. Like it was that was my thing. But as I've gotten older, I just prefer being able to walk around in shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, I can't do
Like,
the cold anymore. I can't. I don't want to like be in the cold. I don't want to be in the snow. I don't want to be anywhere. I
yeah.
want to be warm, warm beach,
Well,
somewhere with the sun and like, ugh, just
my friend's
yeah. Give me the
my friend's
humidity. I don't
advice
even
was
care.
he goes, listen, he goes, you can live in warm and have short weather all the time. He goes, and when you want to go skiing, he goes, that's your vacation. And I was
Yeah.
like, huh, never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
That's what I want to do.
okay. I was like, I guess I could go with that because I can still do what I want to do.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Um, my I have a couple bucket list places, but my number one bucket list spot for travel, which I will go within the next couple of years, but I really want to go to Norway. That is a huge, huge, huge bucket list item.
Did it go there
And
before the United States takes it over?
I just right, and I just found out like because 23andMe, they're like narrowing down their DNA, blah 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 blah, closer, closer, closer.
Mhm.
Like I know this sounds silly, but then I just found out I have Norwegian DNA. Like
Nice.
literally, I just found out this 2 weeks ago. I have had this super huge pull to go to Norway for 15 years, 16 years. So I'm going to make it happen in the next couple years. I have a whole vision for like what I want to do while I'm there.
Norway is
But
the
yeah,
place with the windmills and the flowers, right?
I
The
mean,
tulip flowers.
they have those things.
Yeah, but isn't it like one? I know it's Norway or Sweden that has like the
It's
field
more like
of.
I think that's Sweden.
Is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
because I always see pictures of it.
Yeah, that's Sweden.
That's cool. I
Usually.
mean,
But yeah, Norway is
Norway's great.
beautiful. So, and it like the really cool architecture. That's what
Mhm.
I want to see. But there's so much to it with the nature and the
Oh yeah.
buildings and like just all of it compared. Yeah. Anyways, but I saw. So I got I used to get Backpacker magazine in the
Mhm.
mail, like back when you would get fucking
Mail.
magazines in the mail. Well, mail, but like magazines in the mail. But I used to get Backpacker magazine, and I got a whole Norway edition. And
Nice.
I was living in Virginia at the time, and I remember looking at it, and I just fell in love. Absolutely fell in love with the whole thing, and I was like, I am gonna go here,
Well,
and
they
I
have a
will.
real they still stick to their roots kind of
And
thing.
it's a very peaceful way of life.
Yeah.
There's low crime. People are happy.
Universal
Like,
healthcare.
I want to go to Norway. I would live in Norway if I could. But let me go there first and visit. So,
Oh yeah, I mean absolutely. I mean the one place that I think I definitely want to go to. Well, there's two places that have always interested me. I've always wanted to visit Japan because the building structures there and like the nightlife, and they said like
yeah.
the food, and they said it's incredibly clean, like to the point where it's like anally clean, which I'm like perfect because that's like how I want the city to be.
But it's clean, but there's no public garbage cans anywhere. That's the craziest part.
So what do you do
Everybody
with it?
takes their trash with them wherever they go. There are no public trash cans out and about. Crazy. My friend lived there for a very long time, and
So
he
what
told me
happens
all about it.
if you have garbage? You have to try
You
to throw
bring
it
it
away
with
somewhere?
you. I just told you. You carry it with you until you get to your destination.
Yeah, but like what happens if your destination's like a restaurant where they allow you to throw it away there?
Yeah, then you
Oh,
throw it
okay,
away there.
okay.
But I'm saying there's no public trash cans like on the sidewalks and things like that.
That's odd. You would figure that there would be garbage everywhere.
No, that encourages trash. Think about New York City. Trash cans everywhere. There's
I guess they're
freaking trash
overflowing, yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. No, I mean
Chicago's surprisingly clean. Chicago's a very clean city.
that's the one city I've never been to.
Super clean.
But I want to go there. But I also really want to go to Iceland.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, listen, I like the mythology. Like I love the Lord of the Rings stuff,
Mhm.
and they're bringing all the Lord of the Rings stuff back.
And just like Icelandic culture and everything too is
I
just
mean,
so awesome.
I want to do that the continental touching before it's too far away to
Mhm.
touch. Like you got to go scuba diving for it. So I'm definitely down for that because I don't mind that kind of stuff. But one of my friends that I used to work with, she did that. She did it in like January.
Oh,
Like it
no.
was so cool. She said that when she got out of the water, her hair instantly froze.
No, thank you.
But so I go, how was the water? And she goes, So they give you a really thick wetsuit, and
Mm-hmm.
she goes,
It's super
when
insulated.
you get in, it's a little cold, but once you submerge, all of a sudden your body just starts heating it up, and she's like, you feel warm, and she's like, it's the entire
That's
time,
so
and I
strange.
was like, but you're submerged. I was like, even with your head underneath the water, and she's like, yeah. She goes, I didn't feel cold. She goes, I felt cool, but she goes, I kept heating, like I could feel my
Mm,
body heating.
yeah.
So she did that. Like I went away with her during COVID, like when we weren't supposed to be traveling. I went down to Florida too, just
Oh,
like
I
you.
love travel during COVID.
It was cheap and it was easy.
Ain't no shame in my game.
Yeah, fuck
Absolutely.
it. Stay at
And
home.
you are
I'm gonna stay
guaranteed
wherever I
an
want.
open seat next to you on a flight
Absolutely,
because they did every other seat.
dude.
Ugh.
We went to 3 different destinations. We went to Florida, California,
Mm-hmm.
and Maryland. For the flight to California, I had an entire 3-row seat to
Oh,
myself,
so great.
and the flight attendants like spread us all out because it was like I think it was like 20 people on this
Mm-hmm.
flight. And the flight attendant goes, "If you want to lay down, you can." She goes, "Can you just put the seatbelt over your middle section?" And I was
Sure, I
like,
can.
"Uh-huh." And then she came by and like accidentally tapped my foot with like the cart, and like I popped my sunglasses up. I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Do you want something to drink?" And I was like, "No, I'm good." And I just like kind of popped them back down and went back to sleep.
Vegas during COVID was awesome.
Oh,
We
that
went in
would have been
July.
great. That
We
would have
went
been
in like
great.
July. So it was like right when travel kind of was opening back up and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it was like we saw some wacky shit. There were people that were dressed in what looked like spacesuits sitting at the casino tables. But all the dividers were there,
Mm.
so like you couldn't get creeped on. Nobody could just talk to you. That's my
Yeah.
favorite thing. But the drink service, best. During COVID, the drink service was amazing at the casinos
Is it
because
because there
the
was nobody
drink girls,
there?
yeah, they
Okay.
were hustling,
Yeah.
hustling for tips. And like we would keep them busy too because we gambled a lot during COVID. But
So,
going there, we went to like the ice bar, we went
oh,
all
that's
over.
cool.
Like we did so much and we had such a blast.
I mean, honestly, like, listen, I mean, COVID or not, whether you believe that it, was as bad as it was or whatever. I mean, I don't care what side you're on, but honestly, I felt that I got more out of COVID because I was able to travel around with some of my friends, and it's like, did I get it? I got it once in all my
I
travels.
didn't get it until November, and I got it
I
from a
didn't get
strip
yeah
club in Atlantic
yeah
City.
I
So,
didn't I didn't get it till the very
shocking
end.
that I got it from then. No, it was not even November, December. I got it Christmas Day.
I didn't even get it from anybody. I got it from the person I was traveling with
Mm.
because she had it. And when we're driving down, I can hear her coughing a little,
You're like, oh
like tiny
no.
coughs, and
But
I
it's
was
the
like,
first.
and in my mind, I'm like, well, she is, sucking on a vape pen. Maybe that's where it's coming from. And so I try to play it out of my mind, and then no, she got sick, and then I got sick,
Yeah.
but I had it for like 3 days, so I was like, fine. I was like,
Well,
whatever.
I got it, like I said, got it Christmas. Christmas, strip club, Atlantic City. And then I flew to Chicago, didn't know I was sick. And then I
Mhm.
get off the flight, and literally, as I'm getting off the flight, my nose starts running. And I
Mm.
get a little tiny cough that night. I pick my mom up from the hospital. She had surgery. I'm helping her
Oh
recover.
God, no.
I get sick. She gets sick. We all have COVID. Bada bing, bada boom. That was a great trip, let me tell you. But
I think I remember you telling me
yeah, oh, it was fun. That was not a trip that I enjoyed.
that.
But and my last bucket list destination is Wyoming. I really want to go to
Really?
Wyoming. Yeah, national parks. I really want to go up there for the
Okay.
nature and the national parks, for the camping, the hiking.
Well, you do like hiking,
all
so I
of
was gonna
that,
say, I
yeah.
know that we tried to do hiking at BA and the snow.
No, but we'll
prevented
do
us.
it in the spring once the camping stuff opens back up. We'll do the trails over there. You'll really like them. They're pretty. But I really want to go up to Wyoming. I've heard it's nothing but like amazing there. Like
Oh
the
yeah.
Bozeman area, I hear is just awesome. So
Well, I mean,
I really want to check it
one
out.
of my bosses was from Colorado, and he's like, if you want, amazing views, he's like, go out to Colorado for a little while. He's like, and just hike up the mountains.
Mhm.
I mean, I went up to upstate New York. I've gone up to Virginia. I mean,
Well, I lived in Virginia for a long
not
time,
Virginia.
and I
I'm
used
sorry.
to go in the mountains, and it was beautiful.
Vermont, not Virginia.
Okay.
Vermont, and we went up some of these mountains that it's like 3 hours up, 3 hours back. Like they tell you,
Mhm.
like this is how much time, so make sure you have enough time to get
Yep.
back down.
Yep.
We went up there to do the fire trails. I mean, like that's like, but like I considered that a vacation. Yes, was I tired at the end of every day because we're hiking around? Of course, but am I
It's
ever
still a
gonna
vacation,
am
though.
I ever gonna see views like
I
that?
consider camping and things like that little vacations. So
It's like you have to be able to do that. It's like, as I said in the beginning, it's not where you go; it's who you're with. Like, what type of memories, laughs. I mean, you and I, we laugh at each other's stupid jokes all the time. But I mean, That's why I feel comfortable going away with you because I'm
hmm
like, you're not going. Neither one of us is going to bother the other to the point where we're like, oh
nah.
my god, I need to get on the flight and leave. Like, it's like,
Well, no,
well,
no,
I
we
mean,
don't.
maybe
We
day
don't.
maybe
No,
day
PA was
7,
a good test. PA was a good test for that. That was a
Yeah.
great little trip and little getaway.
Well, that's
But
why I did
that's
the PA
why,
thing
yeah.
because I
But
was
that's why
like,
now we can book
can we
Cancun.
survive
Yeah,
each other for like being around just each other
yeah.
and not drive each other crazy? But I mean,
With my mom, though, we'll have a great time in Cancun with her
yeah,
coming along. Like, it's unfortunately your dad won't come. That's all right. We'll
I
miss you.
I
Wish you could
tried.
come. But
I've asked you
my
multiple
mom will
times,
have a
my
great
friend.
time, and we'll
So
we'll have a blast. And
if you
like,
still want to go, you still have time to get in.
yep, you
It's
do,
like,
you do. Just let us
but
know. Let us
I
know.
mean, like I said, like the Cancun stuff. Like I said, I told you about my trip down in Cancun. I
Yep,
mean, it was beautiful. The food was great.
yep.
It was just a good time.
We
I
can
mean
get good deals.
well, we got good deals, but at the same time, it's like this is what we want to hear about your trips. I mean, I want to say this to some of my college friends. Tell me some of the memories of your Ireland trip because I know I had plenty of mine. I mean, that's what we definitely would like to hear about. But I mean, vacation is important. So
Yep, it's always good to get away, reset, have those new experiences, and like I really want to get out of the U.S. more, experience new
yeah.
cultures and things. That's a priority as I'm getting older.
I think,
Um,
as you said, one of my bucket list places, you got to go to Italy.
well,
Italy is
the food. I want the
well,
food. I want the food, but
I
the
want to see
history.
I want to see the
Yeah,
architecture, like
yeah,
that kind of stuff. Like,
yeah, that too.
I mean, you're never gonna see that.
But the food,
But yeah, absolutely the
the
food.
food,
Where I
the
bring my
authentic,
stretchy
the
pants.
authentic food, like the
Yeah.
authentic cooking. Oh my gosh, I couldn't even imagine the flavors and
Oh,
everything there.
absolutely. I mean,
So,
it's definitely different in here. So
mhm.
that's why vacations are important. You get to see different cultures and be like, oh, this is how Mexican food is supposed to taste, and not the crap that we get fed at
Yeah.
Chipotle.
Well, I got that Southern California. Got the best Mexican food ever. It's
Mm.
like right by the border. It's amazing.
See that kind of stuff. See, I love that kind of stuff.
Authenticity.
That's
Me
what I
too.
love.
But we'll book this trip to Cancun and we'll have a great time.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right. Well, let us know about your vacation stories, people, because we would love to hear from you. But from all of us here at Don't Sneeze on Me, this is T-Money dropping the mic.
We out.